I'm definitely expecting a lot of target bans just based on how that last game went. What about you?
I think that we are going to be seeing Zoe again for a ban, which is they are not skipping a beat on these mid lane bans, man. They're really targeting the mid lane for TCU right now. And there's a gangplank following real quick, so I think this is starting out just like any of the other ones where in the end, I think from the past 2 matches when it starts out like this, UTSA has won. But I'm not going to make any heavy
Rakan up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Either one of the two. There's a Swain. It's the same bands. It seems like Gangplank, Swain, Zoe, Oriana.
Between games, I'm not sure if maybe we'll see a Kled ban or not, but I'm definitely expecting either Xayah or Rakan to be banned here.
Honestly,
both of them up again.
There's the Talia ban, same as the last time, but I don't think the Kled's that scary. I think it was just the pick into the Kled. The born into the Kled is what made that such a painful thing.
They're gonna ban Kled anyway.
And they're gonna maybe UTSA is gonna pick up the Xayah Rakan combo, or at least one of the two to keep them away from TCU. But we'll see.
Rakan's a pick or ban. There's no way that they don't first pick her right here, right now.
If they don't, they're really just giving it to TCU to just completely give it hard.
Pick Braum instead. So are we gonna see a Xayah pick instead, or Rakan?
Can we get one of the two? I think they were picking one of them because they felt like the enemy picked them both, but who knows right now? Yeah, yes, it's gonna be the Xayah Rakan.
They do lock that in.
There's Xayah. Wow, whoa.
No, wait. Come on, man. Don't tease me. Ivern's one of my favorites, dude. You can't do that to me. You can't just hover Ivern like that, dude. Man.
Aurelia?
New Aurelia would be kind of hype. New Aurelia would be kind of hype.
Come on. He's got to do the Rakan. You can't just pick Xayah and not pick Rakan when you have it set up like this. Yeah, there it is.
Man, come on. Why do they always gotta tease me like that, dude? Why you gotta tickle my... Oh, wait, they're gonna hover the Ivern instead.
Oh, come on, do it.
Stop this.
Let us
No more games. Lock him in.
The lovely
Ivern, please.
The jungle master. Let's see this happen. Oh, nah. Oh, boo.
Gragas would be kind of fun to see, Dill.
Gragas
did receive a lot of buffs recently, and he's been seeing a lot more play in the jungle, and a little bit topside as well.
He'll now be seeing some collegiate stage as well, because they're locking in that Gragas now. And we're gonna be coming into the next pick. It's a Braum and a Gragas, and the mouse gonna come back out again.
Left the mouse playing
mid. Come on.
No, excuse me. Sorry, Jhin jungle, dude. It's the new meta. The new meta.
This would be an interesting match to say the least. A Jhin mid versus a Malzahar. Is that even? I don't even know if you want to take that. Aurelia? I think they're just messing with us now. We're gonna get an Aurelia? Nah, it's gonna be an Ahri.
Yeah, they're gonna be the Ahri pick. Okay. You can't fool us anymore, man. Enough with these troll picks. You're hyping me up a little bit too much, man.
For sure.
What's going on?
Now they're gonna be heading into the banning once again. So it seems like now they're gonna have to ban towards, we're gonna say, top and bot. So TCU is gonna be picking up those bot and top bans, while UTS will probably be banning towards the top and jungle. And Camille is going to be dropping out. I think that's at least 3, if not maybe you could even do a Swain top. So that's like 4 pretty top focused bans from TCU, while UTS has been pretty adamant about banning mid lane.
5. Show me 5 top lane bans just to combat the 5 mid lane bans that we saw last game. Show it to me.
Yeah, a ton of those, man. And it seems like the Sion's going to be coming out. I don't know if Sion was that big of a problem last game, but nonetheless, they're going to be getting rid of it. Let's see. Will they follow through? Will they get the 5th top ban? Who would they even ban? Malphite?
They banned Caitlyn.
Yeah, they banned Caitlyn. They got rid of them. Not really AD carry. They're not giving it to that. And what would... Let's see what this final ban is going to be. Maybe they're going to pull out the... I don't even know who they would want to ban.
Lucian synergizes really well with Braum, but I don't think Lucian's really in a good state in order to be picked.
I could only see Trundle. Trundle hasn't been that big of an impact either. I feel these are just, I guess they're just fishing for the people that they might have said that if they get out of control.
Right.
A little painful, yeah. TCU is now going to be picking up their 4th pick. So they're going to be a top, which the Orn's going to be coming back out again. They're going to give Orn a second run in the ring once again. Let's see the UTS
Actually,
counter pick. Will they
kind of makes sense.
Kale? Will they do a Kale into
that.
Orn? That could work. If Darius would be painful for Orn, taking him into the top lane, but it's gonna seem like a lock-in, which is great. I love Misfortune. She's one of my favorite 80 carries when I play there. Got a lot of surprising damage, and her ult can just melt away the enemy team if they sit too long in it. So I think that's a great pick.
Oh, we are gonna see the Darius.
We're gonna see the dunk.
Is that Volibear jungle?
Ooh, that better be. If he's Volibear jungle, he better take Ghost and Predator. But it seems like they might be going for more of an assassin type, trying to kill that Misfortune or Mouse really quickly with the Rengar.
Very strong, has a very strong presence so far in these games, so it would make sense to pick some sort of assassin in order to get Misfortune out of the picture.
And there
Instead,
we
get Xin Zhao get picked, another farm style similar to Jack's kind of jungler, which is okay as well.
Yes, so it seems like now we'll be having for Darius in the top lane, Gragas in the jungle, Mounds in Misfortune in the 80 carry role with Braum in the support. For TCU, we have Ornn in the top, Xin Zhao in the jungle, Ahri in the mid lane, Xayah in the bot, and Rakan in the support. So let's do it like we did last game. Let's break it down lane by lane. Let's see, Darius versus Ornn. How's that going to go?
It's going to go down exactly how it did game 1. Ornn is going to have a really difficult time trying to lane against a Darius. It just happens. Darius is a very strong laner. Ornn is more of a team fight oriented kind of champion, so I think that's going to go down.
You don't think Ornn could pull it out? I don't think. I'm sad.
Maybe like the mid game.
Yeah, but he's going to get bullied pretty early into the game by this Darius.
Right.
While this Gragas versus Xin Zhao is going to be an interesting matchup.
In my times of playing a jungle, Gragas has not been meta, but now Gragas, with those recent buffs, meta and competitive play. So matchup, but I think it's a skill-based matchup between these two. There is a little bit of Gragas mechanics involved in that regard. I can get a couple picks off here and there. So I think, once again, it's going to be a very jungle-dependent.
That is for sure. And now we have the Mouse versus the Ahri, which I feel like they're both pretty equal. But the Ahri, if she gets any bit of a lead and is super aggressive, especially if the Mouse's spell shield is down, she could insta-pop this Mouse if he's not too careful.
I have to disagree there. I think this matchup favors Ahri a little bit more. Malzahar does have that all-in potential, but Ahri has a lot of burst potential. One Spirit Orb is all it takes to pop Malzahar's passive. And the W as well, if I remember, now prioritizes champions. Malzahar's passive is going to be down the majority of the game, and that allows Ahri to get a lot of really high burst in. And with that Ignite, instead of taking heal, I think she has a lot more lane pressure in the mid lane.
That is for sure. And now we have the two bot lanes fighting off. We see the Xayah Rakan again, but it's on the opposite team now versus the Misfortune and Braum. How do you think this is going to go down?
I think I have to preface this by saying that leaving Xayah and or Rakan open is a little bit of a mistake at this point in the pick and ban phase. It's a very incredibly oppressive and strong bot lane combo. However, that's not to disregard how Hello Hank has been kind of proving himself in these past couple games. In addition to that, the Braum Misfortune ultimate combo is also very deadly. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of action down in the bot lane around level 6, and I think it's going to be whoever uses their ultimates down in the bot lane better is more likely to win.
That's for sure. And Braum,
we also have to keep in mind that Xayah can just negate Misfortune's ult with her own, but if I recall, Misfortune's ultimate has a lower cooldown.
Yes.
Have to play around as well.
Yeah, and the Braum pick is really good because he canceled basically everything except for Xin Zhao's abilities on the enemy team. He could stop Ornn's ult, he could stop almost every single ability from Ahri, and he can stop the Rakan heal. So he was trying to get a Q off to give that Xayah more sustain in the lane. So it's definitely going to be, it depends on how fast this Braum's reaction time is going to be We're going to be jumping down in these seconds now in the spectator delay. We're going to be popping into that loading screen, and we're going to be able to check out those masteries these guys are going to be taking into the Rift.
And I think, speaking of something like that, we're on TCU now, because throughout the rest of this potential series, no matter how long it takes, always going to be in a losing position. What I mean by that is, at any point in time within the next, 1 to 3 games, to lose the entire series, and that's a lot of pressure on their team.
Now we're going to be checking out these masteries here. It seems like Orin did take Grasp the Undying, but I do not know how much of that he's going to be able to proc against Darius with that new Conqueror mastery that allows him to get that.
Conqueror's going to make him busted.
He's gonna do a lot of true damage to this poor Orin. So let's see how he can face off. Can he keep the Darius at bay, or does the Dunk Master become the unstoppable force of this game?
Let's talk about speaking of team counts, let's talk about this X factor here. Let's talk about depression. He's had a very good, strong jungle showing. Seems both teams are going to try to invade the opposing red buff.
That's funny. Seems like they're both going to be they're literally doing the exact same thing. Except, and they're both. I think
they're gonna get a ward down.
I think they're gonna be coming. I think there might be an encounter here.
Fight.
Is this gonna be?
Are they gonna run into each other?
Is someone gonna get spotted out though? Oh, they just barely moved out of the vision. They both are transitioned almost perfectly away from each other. That's pretty funny. They both. I don't think. I think maybe Mao saw the very bit of Ari at the end. But they both went and invaded each other's opposite jungles, didn't drop any wards or anything, and then both switched exactly at the same time. So as much as they have no idea what.
Wonder if he's gonna be going AP Gragas as opposed to some sort of tank build.
That is for sure. And remember, we're going to keep speeding up so that we're trying to stay on track here again. And we are going to be seeing that Ari is going to be taking very early advantages here, getting that little bit poke damage off on the Malzahar. While Warren is, I think, already seeing how he's going to be losing a lot of farm to this Darius.
Really quick, once again, that we're all sped up. Apparently, our mics went off for a second there. Casters aren't going anywhere, folks. We're here to stay, whether you like us or not.
For sure, and it seems like the Darius is just going to be keep bullying this poor Ornn. The Forging God is going to be not being able to make many items pretty early because he's still going to be getting popped down here.
Oh, look at all that damage coming off on the Brock. He's forced to flash away.
I think he bit a little bit more than he could chew right there. And
remember when I said that leaving Zion Rakan was a mistake?
Yeah. You gotta be very careful though. Those guys, if given just a little bit of opportunity, could take a ton of that and just completely demolish.
That damage, that's on Braum too. If that were on Misfortune, she'd probably be dead, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. We got to be careful though, because you don't want to be you got the gank coming up on the top lane actually right now.
Early gank coming out from the Xin Zhao, but both junglers are actually in the top side. Darius still has this Conqueror proc at the moment. She's going to be doing additional damage. I think both junglers are just going to back away from now. Still keep a lot of pressure towards the top side. The belly drum is going to land onto Xin Zhao. He's taking a lot of damage now. The electrocute not going to proc just yet. Press the attack comes off from Xin Zhao. Aside from that,
everybody's gonna walk away with all the summoner spells just poked. Gragas going down a little bit low, and Zedal's going back to farm those Krugs. Before it's
by Darius, he's really using that Conqueror very, very effectively. He took a lot of damage in that exchange,
yeah.
But even so, he's using that Conqueror to its maximum effectiveness.
And I think Ornn is keeping his own right now in this lane. He's definitely not letting the Darius do too much damage to him, and he's not losing too much CS. Still losing a decent amount though, sadly. But
People in the chat are saying I need my thrilling commentary. That means they actually like our shoutcasting. Feels good, man. Clap.
for sure. And it seems like Zinzao's now gonna be moving towards the mid lane, looking to see maybe he could do anything. Maybe just grab a scuttle and back away. We don't know for sure just yet though.
Zindel's looking towards the top side again. This time Gragas is nowhere to be found. He's not going to be able to get there on time. Darius is going to have his Conqueror proc, but I think he realizes that he's being ganked. He's going to try and get the damage onto the Ornn anyways, trying to do what he can, but that's the first blood coming over to Zinzao. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, that's going to be the Ignite getting popped off onto the Gragas. Zai and Rakan trying to make things happen. That's going to be a heal coming off from both summoners right now. The Ignite going to be landed onto the Zaya. The flash coming from Gragas in. Lots of flashes coming in through Rakan, desperately trying to get there out of the nick of time. Depression gets the kill onto Zaya thanks to Braum's stun power.
Yeah, that was a good flash in by the Gragas there to try to stop what could have been a very bad scenario. But luckily they were able to pick up a kill there and be able to keep going on their way. They did, however, get both Zaya's flash and her heal from that encounter, as well as the Rakan's flash. Actually, just bots, all bot summoners are down at that point. So they have to be very careful and very cautious. If Gragas decides to go back down there again, they're not going to have as much escape potential.
Speaking of Gragas, I love how both these junglers have been playing throughout this series. Both junglers are always making sure that if one jungler gets pressure on one side of the map, that the other is there. And even this, look at that right now. They're both actually on the exact same side right here, making sure that nobody is able to get a gank off. And if they do, that the counter gank comes through. That's going to be Gragas being the aggressor, though. The electrocute going to proc, but that Ahri charm is not going to be enough. He goes down without a fight. Hello? She's already level 6. What?
Yeah, she's got at least over 10 CS farm advantage over top of the Malzahar right now, even though he's used his minion dematerializer to be able to try to help get his CS a little bit quicker. He's just being starved a little bit, and that Ahri's just taking that advantage. Now she can run with the little bit of lead she gets from that now.
It's going to be a free Mountain Drake going over to their team as well. I think Blue Side realizes that they're even on that right now.
Yeah, Braum went to clear that control ward out of the bush in the river, but he didn't seem to actually go all the way up to see if they were starting dragon at all. And Zinzao's going to be able to smite the dragon to get that first Earth Dragon over to the red side.
Interesting play. It didn't even dawn on me that people are already hitting level 6, so we're going to start to see a lot more action real soon.
Yeah, bot lane is still a little low. They're still at the 5, and Rakan is still at level 4, so he's a little behind right now. Mid lanes both have their ults, as well as the top lanes have both their ults as well. So we'll be getting a little bit more lane pressure now to see who's going to pull out what. You got to be careful because Darius down has his ult, so now he can execute, or if he gets too low. So he definitely got to keep that in mind.
Speaking of people getting low, you got to keep in mind that Miss Fortune does a lot of damage with her bouncing Qs. And Darius is trying to look like if he wants a Conqueror proc off right now, but he's not going to find it quite yet. Things are going to slow down just in the slightest as Darius on the top side is going to deny Ornn a little bit more CS, while bot side is also pressuring their lanes rather well.
Ooh, and Zaya's going to be hit by one of Miss Fortune's Qs that did kill a minion, so that did a little bit of a chunk of damage. You gotta be very careful. Those things definitely hurt. And there's another one popping up.
She's down to half HP.
She's gotta be more aware of that those little minions, because once she gets her ult, she does have her ult, but if they both Braum and her ult at the same time and they do catch her off guard, she could be insta-bursted because of how low she's getting.
I want to see the Braum Misfortune Wombo combo. I'm waiting on it.
It's going to be hard, though, on Zaya, due to the fact that her ult will just counter most of the damage coming from it. Rakan doesn't have his ult yet, though.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Ahri using her ultimate aggressively. He's going to get the charm onto the Malzahar, who's going to use his ult in response. The Ignite getting popped off by the Ahri. Ahri's going to find herself being silenced, but she gets the kill anyway.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Darius is moving towards the river here, going to be getting a lot of damage onto the Ornn with the stacks. He's going to flash out of there. He doesn't want any more of that action.
I don't know if he needed the flash for that per se. He did have Ahri coming up. I guess if you wanted to be safe, you could use that flash, but I feel like that was more of just a panic flash in the end there. But yeah, I think if UTS wanted to take the advantage right now, well, Zaya now has her ult, but they could have maybe been able to catch the Zaya off there and be able to burst her before her ult ever came out. Seems like Orin built a little item right there. He grabbed himself a quick thorn mail, the beginning of a thorn mail. So now it seems like the Darius is going to be taking a little bit more damage back every time he auto attacks him, which is always beneficial.
Let's make sure that the streamer is caught up and all synced up in time, because it seems that we're synced up. I don't know. Chat says otherwise.
Oh, and there's been progress.
Brackett just uses his ult aggressively there. Uses the belly drum and the hit. There goes the dunk. Transmuted gold dies. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Bronze using his shield aggressively to stop any reaction from Zaya. Not going to be enough. Misfortune nor Braum use their ultimates in that exchange. Insta-bursted. They're putting a lot of pressure down on the bot side here. We're going to see that ultimate combo. Not quite yet. Ari, however, is going to use her ultimate. She's going to find himself getting a little bit caught off by the Gragas here. And now the flash coming out from Ari. Zinjao coming up with the cleanup. Lemur is going to get the kill onto Tarsier. And this is exactly what we were talking about. They had to ban so many mid lane champs because you're seeing Lemur already starting to take over the game a little bit here with his Ari pick.
That's for sure. It seems like this is one of his favorite mids, if not just one he's really good with, because he's definitely taking the lead over Ima Carry. He's able to have a very large impact everywhere. Seems like there's gonna be a fight breaking out in the bot lane.
Zaya uses her ultimate a little bit too early. There's the misfortune bullet time coming in through. Rakan using the quickness only to get away, but that ignite might just be enough to kill him, and it is. Call the Forge God going to come through for the Orin here, but not much else is going to be seen. Braum quickly running to that blast cone that they're going to use to make their escape.
This seems like the fight's
Meanwhile,
not
towards the top lane,
yet.
Xin Zhao and Ari are pressuring this Rift Herald very much. The charm going to get landed onto the Gragas. Red team does secure the Rift Herald.
That is good. That was a really good charm she landed there. Barely nailing him, but was not able to burst her fast enough. Yeah, the Darius is seems like he's not being able to get as far ahead as he wants to. He is a little ahead. He's definitely, his Ornn is definitely sadly behind. If you look at the CS difference, it feels bad, man. 88 to 28. Oof. Ornn is definitely getting bullied out of his lane right now. It's sad, but luckily he has so much CC naturally in his kit that he doesn't need too many items to make sure that he stays alive for a little bit, but he's definitely going to be hard for him to have a big impact. Yeah, he's getting very pushed in right now. That's a lot of CS difference. It's a sad difference indeed. While we're
It's just a minor lead. Oh, whoa, here's Ari using her ultimate aggressively. Xin Zhao going to get the kill onto the Malzahar. Teleport coming in from the Darius. Gragas is already finding himself a little bit low on HP. Rakan going to get the knock up there, but the ultimate from Gragas is actually going to knock the enemy into him. The shutdown onto the Xin Zhao as the double kill coming in through Darius on Tarsier. He's going for a little bit more. Now the triple kill on Tarsier, who's once again strutting his stuff and his mastery of the top lane.
Yeah, you know how I said the Darius wasn't too fed? Well, he's now pretty fed. This is gonna hurt now for the enemy team right now, red side. They're gonna need to be careful now because this Darius is going to be crazy now.
If a 60 CS lead. P.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think it's that much, honestly. It's not too much. It's better than being like 100 ahead, but it's pretty up there.
Thing where they're going to secure this Infernal Drake, which is a little bit better than the Mountain Drake in terms of the priority list. And this game is looking a little even with that Darius triple kill. I think a lot of this game is now going to rely on either Ari or Darius carrying their team, and maybe a little bit of the AD carry potential in there as well.
Yes, for sure. And it seems like now we're going to be having the Malzahar. Seems like he's going to be getting pressured by both the Ari and...
Because Ari does have her ultimate available, and now that Xin Zhao's here, he's forced to flash over the wall to make sure that he doesn't get picked off out of nowhere.
That's for sure. And it seems like now that blue side is going to be taking that large lead over top of them. It's like about
aggressive.
A goal.
Ornn misses the knockup.
Yeah, and it's
going to go down as well.
first.
And that's the first turret of the game.
Yes, that's gonna be
Favor.
helping them again. It seems like TSU UTS has gotten first tower every game now, so they have gotten clean, just pushing.
Right.
They're dominating.
Jungler's in the mid lane. Ari uses her ultimate, lands the charm onto the Malzahar. Not enough. Gragas uses his ultimate. A little bit too late there, but he does get a lot of damage onto the Ari, who still remains alive. Meanwhile, in the top lane, they're just chilling out up there.
Well, that's for sure. And it seems like Darius is able to take that top lane tower and is now going to be pushing for that second top lane turret, which Orange just can't do anything about. Darius just does too much damage. He's already a level ahead. And now it seems like they're going to be also taking this mid turret as well. As well as the Hari was playing mid, it seems like she's just not. And Sinzao's doing well in the jungle as well. They just don't have the pressure to keep going. Sinzao's actually about to lose his Rift Arrow if he doesn't drop it soon. Which would be
It's already starting to look like another
He's able to drop
a
it.
little bit of a sweep.
It's Darius is definitely gonna be the one I feel carrying this one right now. Or Braum, it could be a Braum carry. He does have one kill. AP Braum, crazy. Gotta be careful, but I think the Darius is the one that will be.
See a fight coming in soon. Xin goes all the way inside, but he's gonna get that ultimate wombo combo. Tarchio's on a rampage now. Quickening by Rakan isn't going to be enough as the follow-up is just not quite there. Tarchio's gonna try and 1v4, and it's not gonna be enough as he finds himself a little bit overwhelmed. Xayah uses his ultimate to try and get a kill, but it's not quite enough. Tarchio's unstoppable with his ultimate. There goes another one, a double kill on Tarchio. He's going for more. Archie lands the charm onto the Gragas, but that might not be enough with all those members of the team there. A monster. Good lord, man.
I don't know. He didn't get that double kill. The second kill he didn't get with his dunk. So I don't know. I don't think he was trying hard enough. But anyways,
Not using the opportune time. He just goes down without even touching the mid lane turret.
I think Zinzao probably should have used it a little bit more aggressive when they were closer. He kind of just used it because it's about to be out of time. Now Zinzao's gonna be
Inside, but he's finding himself getting quickly bursted down. That misfortune might be a little bit too much to handle. Ultimate by Gragas, and hello, I'm Hank secures the kill.
And now they're gonna just push down this mid lane turret, trying to get as many objectives as possible. Nah, they're gonna back off though. They're gonna respect the enemy laners, even though they are really ahead. They don't want to get too cocky to the point where they just start feeding kills to the enemy team, which they've been very well at doing. They've been very well at not being picked out single-handedly. They grab this lead and then they hold on to it. They don't seem to lose kills here and there that allows the enemy to come back, which is very smart of them.
Get a little bit more pressure towards the mid lane. Not much else going to come out of that. Darius, however, is going to be split pushing for his life. Lemur gets that quick kill onto Hello, I'm Hank. Malzahar running for his life as they're trying to desperately try and find the kill to get there. Quickness coming out from Rakan as Malzahar is trying to walk away. The charm is going to land on Braum, but here comes Darius to try and turn things around. Braum finding himself very low on HP, but it's not going to be quite enough. Darius is now finding himself in a typical 1v5 situation. He's trying to lifesteal as much as he can. Transmutated Gold finally gets a kill onto the Malzahar in exchange. Darius also finding himself low, gets the shutdown by Ari.
He almost ulted the Rakan, but sadly he wasn't able to get it off in time. He was in the mid animation of that. And just as I was about to, about how I was commenting, complimenting the way that UTS was about how they didn't get picked out, Misfortune gets picked out instantly, and then they lose 2 others, or 3 others actually. So they kind of lost a little bit of their lead. They still have a good 5k gold lead, 4k gold lead on them, but they did just lose a little bit of that lead, and they need to probably start grouping, pushing again on these objectives, and trying to end it before the late game Xin or Xayah or even Ari start like popping off.
This is exactly what we're talking about, where this game is being very centered around Tarsier versus Lemur. Both of them had very significant leads within their lane, but it's about how they utilize those leads that's going to determine how this game goes. We saw in that previous team fight that Darius was among the first to go down, and as soon as that happened, the rest of Lemur's team was able to basically pick up the pace and get the remaining kills that they needed.
Yeah, it's just sure. And now it seems like everyone's grouping up. Darius is split pushing down in the bot lane while they're targeting out Malzahar right now. Can Rakan maybe get a pick? Seems like he's not going to be able to. The Drake will be spawning up in 10 seconds right now. And I believe this Drake is actually an Infernal one. So this would be a good one for either team to get. And it would probably give them more of an advantage on being able to either for UTS to either keep the lead or TCU maybe getting a little bit more back.
Oh, Malzahar's going all the way inside. The quickness coming up from Rokan. He's going to find Braum. Here comes Call the Forge Guy, going to knock up 3 members of the team. Hello, Hank quickly goes down. Lemur's on a rampage as he gets a quick and easy double kill.
And just like that, TCU is now coming back. They were able to pick 3 of those guys out, and they're now going to be able to take this free Infernal now. I don't think Dragon's going to be able to do too much here, and they're going to be right back into this game, and this might just be, TCU might be able to actually come out on top here. So as much as I thought that UTS was actually going to just completely take this as a landslide, they are now starting to throw kind of and starting to lose this game slowly to CCU.
Still think it's anybody's game though. Both teams are definitely in a position to win through their differing win conditions. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, that's for sure. They both have different win conditions. How about we go over them real quick? I think both win conditions involve Baron. I feel like a Baron and Ace for either the teams spell Doom. The enemy team could completely take an inhibitor from one of those. But I feel like
who gets the kills as well?
Yes, I feel like if Darius is at those fights, TCU will most likely lose, I feel, in the end, because that's who their fed person is. But if Darius is in the fight or if he's picked off really quickly, I feel that TCU will come out on top. So I think Darius should be with the team and not probably split push as hard, because they're going to keep losing these fights without him.
Rom trying to aggressively de-ward this situation, trying to get a little bit more vision control around the Baron pit, just to make sure that when the time comes that they're able to get that without much of a hassle.
That's for sure.
Vision control. Red side has significant more vision control than the opposing team. That might come into play a little later on in terms of getting a pick off.
Yeah, and it seems like both UTS and TCU are both starting to set up around Baron, getting those wards down. But TCU is getting a little bit more vision than UTS with both a ward in the Baron pit as well as outside the Baron. So we'll see.
Really wants the kill.
Really wants that horn. He wants that really. That he now has 100 CS over. So feels bad horn. But this Darius is really trying to push down his lane.
His quickness and his gap closure to go over the wall, dealing a lot of damage onto the Gragas, who's going to die. Lemur's now dominating. Malzahar trying to get a lot of damage onto the opposing Xin Zhao, but it's not quite enough. And they're looking around the Baron, a lot of pressure near the mid lane. Looking for a little bit more. The charm's going to land once again. Braum forced to flash out of there, and the heal is also forced to be used. Call the Forge God going to knock up 3 members of Blue Team's team. They're looking for a little bit more now. Ari once again lands the charm. Lemur is godlike. Malzahar going to get the suppression and gets the kill onto Rakan. Here comes Darius, however, here to clean up as he gets a kill on the transmutated gold.
Ooh, Darius. That lead Darius once had and that amount of damage was able to is starting to slowly fall away now. This is the second time that TCU has been able to take the advantage of the Darius not being there and just getting free kills, basically. They did lose Ari and Ornn in that fight, but I think Darius needs to stop split pushing because it's really not benefiting them too much. It needs to start being there for those giant team fights so that they start coming out on top again and not throw away their lead they have.
Also because he's a large chunk of his team's damage as well.
Yes, he is definitely. Since he is 8-3, he is the highest amount of kills. Actually, no, he's second highest because Ari actually has more kills than him right now. But he's the biggest damage dealer right now on the side of UTS, and so he needs to be there in those fights or they're gonna lose.
Ari uses her ultimate but steps too far forward. Malzahar going to get that void suppression on there. Gets a quick kill on the Ari, and now that that's happened, I'm sure that Darius is going to take over this team fight in exchange. Darius trying to do a lot of damage. Zyra Rakan finding himself in a really awkward situation. Tarsier gets the kill on the flagship, and Hello, I'm Hank gets the kill onto Zaya.
It's just like I said.
Talking about, it's either Tarsier dies and red side wins, or Lemur dies and blue team wins, and that's going to be a Baron call with only Nick and transmutated gold left alive. They don't have a lot of potential to try and steal this Baron, but that's not going to stop them from trying anyway. This is still technically a 50-50 split.
Yeah, it's like rock. So
the blue team already secured the Baron.
Maybe they're even going to get a little bit of a bonus here.
What the heck was that?
It
He's
is.
forced to blast out of there just to stay alive.
Yeah, and like I was saying, man, you just need the Darius to be there. If Darius isn't there, they're gonna probably lose. But since he was there for that team fight, he just overwhelmingly just kept them out of the fight completely and was able to just round up the enemy team and just completely decimate them. So now they just need to take advantage.
Yeah, Baron.
Maybe they need to just back real quick, buy items because they just got a big gold spike from everything right there, and then group up again and just completely push in one of these lanes as a team and not separate again.
Game plan, however unfortunate that it was. I'm so eager to see how this is actually going to turn out.
They're going to be pushing a little bit down bot lane.
more.
I think they should back probably and just buy items at this point. I think they got plenty of gold in their pockets right now to maybe try to go buff up a little more, but it seems like they're just going to group mid now and maybe just take this ARAM style all mid.
In about a minute though. That's also of importance to note. So it seems they're going to be playing around this area for a little while longer.
Now Darius is backing. I think he should have probably backed early, but anyways, we'll be keeping going right here. It seems like that TCU is now going to be trying to move as a group around, trying to follow the team, seeing if they can maybe get a pick here or there to try to lessen this Baron buff pressure. But Zaya's going to be pushing in that top lane backing now, probably going to pick up some items. So we have now about I'd say about a 7 or 8k gold difference. I'm favoring blue side right now, but red side does have that Infernal Drake and Earth Drake, so they will be able to probably take down the Baron buff minions a little bit easier than if they didn't have it. But they have yet to get a single tower nor do any real damage on the side of TCU. They
Still have a Mountain Drake spawning, by the way.
That is
could be useful with Baron buff.
Yeah, Gragas, if he gets that, it's gonna hurt the towers. If you thought Misfortune was doing a ton of damage before, I think that's gonna help a lot more.
Too far forward. Braum uses his ult aggressively, but so does Zaya. That's not gonna stop Darius from being able to catch Orange a little bit off guard here. He's doing a crap ton of damage onto that Orange. That's gonna be the dump, and Tarsiers on a killing spree. He's looking for a little bit more. Look at that true damage spike! A double kill onto the Zaya. Xin Zhao steps a little bit too far forward. That's another triple kill for Tarsier.
Did you see the damage that Zaya was doing to the Darius? It looked like she was doing nothing. Like, it's sad.
He's around, but I think that's gonna be Tarsier picking up another kill. Oh wait, maybe I spoke too soon. He's dealing a lot of damage. There goes the quickness. Oh no, he actually falls a little flat.
Rocking there, but in the exchange they're able to take that bot lane, and they might even be able to take the inhibitor here. So that was a really good trade in the end. They were able to take 3 for 1, and also get the bot lane completely pushed in, while TCU just has nothing even pushed in yet. So this is right now.
Touched any turrets at all?
Yeah.
I just realized.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. They have now 6 turrets on no turrets, and they barely even touched UTS's turrets. So in the end, this is just not going in their favor, and they're slowly but surely just now losing their base, with now only having the tier 2 for top lane and only a tier 1 for mid, and lost an inhibitor in the bot. So now they have to devote somebody down in the bot lane to keep that from pushing in too far.
In the meantime, let's all make sure that we're all synced up, so the chat doesn't flame us all again.
Shmeh. Well, don't worry. Like, you ever listen to sports on the radio before? That's basically what you're listening. Just a little delay.
Whoa, the Flash Ultimate coming out from the Maldahar. Hello, America is all of a sudden in a killing spree, and now they're going to be running it down mid ARAM style.
I think this might be their final push. If they can get that Ari, I can tell you for sure that it's game over. That Ari is the one that does the most damage on their team. She is the most fed, and probably the reason why they're still in this, to be honest.
Support them at this moment, though, as much as they're trying to pressure this turret. Call the Forge God gonna come through, but is it me, or was that call the Forge God like invisible or something?
No, Braum stopped it with his shield, which is why Braum is such a great counter to Orange. She called the Forge God, but Braum popped his shield up to stop it because Call the Forge God is still a projectile. So he was able to stop it completely and nullify any effects that ult would have had.
In the mid lane, but that bot lane is looking kind of exposed as well.
Yes,
Not only that, but Darius is also pressuring a lot tops side with his split pushing here. They're in a really awkward situation, especially with this turret going down as well.
Seems like they're going to be pushing in.
Last push here. That's going to be the ultimate, the final grand challenge coming out from the Xin Zhao. Darius, however, is just putting in work against the enemy team. The double kill coming out from Hello, I'm Hank, who gets a good ultimate just in the nick of time. Malzahar, however, going to use his cleanse in order to get away from the Ari. The triple kill coming up from Hello, I'm Hank, who flashes it at the last second just for a little bit of that disrespect. Meanwhile, they're going to be putting in with as little HP as they have, trying to see if they can close out the game right now before Red Side has a chance to respond. Look at that crit damage coming in from Hello, I'm Hank, who's now all of a sudden godlike compared to his performance on the bot lane previously. And that's going to be the last bit of a charge. Ari desperately trying to turn it around, but she's not going to be able to do much against the 1v5. Blue team takes the game.